This is Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, January the 25th. Let there be no wishful thinking in this spiritual life. It is a very real, practical life, a life full of excitement and expectancy. Expect the impossible to become possible. Expect miracle upon miracle to come about simply because you are living and demonstrating my divine laws. When you live by my laws, anything can happen at any time because you are in tune with the higher powers and are working from a higher level of consciousness. You are at one with the universal mind, with me. When there is no separation and we are working as one, all things are possible. So get into tune. Start the day by getting into tune with me, by being still and finding that inner peace and serenity which nothing can destroy. A sensitive musical instrument has to be tuned before it can be played. How much more do you have to be tuned each day before you enter and play your part in the orchestra of life? Well, I love this one because it's a brilliant reminder, so simply put, of how if we take care of our frequency, kind of a popular term now, our vibration, where the energy that we're emitting, where our consciousness is, if we take care of that level and prioritize that beyond everything else, then we automatically can shift into creating what we want, into abundance, into manifestation, into receiving the spiritual gifts and miracles and blessings of life. But it starts with us taking responsibility for our frequency, for where we are with our level of consciousness. And the way to do that is to prioritize that above all else and tune into this sacred place within us, this sacred connection to God at the very start of the day. If we know that when we're feeling low, when we're feeling depressed, or when our nervous system is activated, that we're going to make poorer choices, which we do simply because we have a lot less access to creative possibility and wisdom when we're in a highly activated state and we have a lot of stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline running through our body. But if we can become aware of our emotional state, of our frequency, of our energetic state, and take the time each day to work with that first and raise our frequency. Then from that place, we're able to connect and open up to all of the creative possibilities of life. And from that point, it becomes easy. And I love this last line. I'm reading from the actual book, Opening Doors Within. How much do you have to be tuned each day before you enter and play your part in the orchestra of life? We are all being invited to share our gifts, to live at our fullest and our soul potential. But we need to be in alignment with that frequency of God, of courage, of compassion, of love, of peace and truth. So it's up to us to attune to that, to tune ourselves in. Depending on what radio signal we are broadcasting is what we will get back. Or another way of looking at it, if you're in the ground floor of an apartment building, you get a very different view and range of possibilities than you do if you've taken the elevator to the top floor. So it's a really great analogy, that idea of having to tune ourselves, and how much tuning in do we need to take responsibility for before we are able to share. It's very difficult to share from an empty cup. It's very difficult to contribute to the whole when we're still in a wounded place, when we're still stuck in a negative story, and when we're going round in those loops and those vicious cycles of the mind. It's difficult to share when we are stuck in a place needing to heal. In that point, we need to heal and grow and give to ourselves first. But there will come a point when we are healing and healthy and have given to ourselves to the point where our cup is overflowing. And then we're in a position to share with an open heart, with a full heart to others. So how tuned are you, and how much tuning up do you have to do before you take part in the orchestra? Take care.